Man, I don't even know where to start. Well, okay. I was browsing Reddit like I always do. I was browsing through Reddit and I came across a post that said that there was an actress, a Korean actress by the name of Kim Se-ron, who passed away very recently. She was an actress at 24 years old. She passed away, and it's suspected that it's a suicide. Now, so before giving any insights on this, I have to throw it out there that this might be a trigger warning for some people. There's topics of suicide being mentioned. It might not be it might not be easy for a lot of people, I understand. But okay, I came across this post, this news that 24-year-old Korean actress has died. And I don't know this actress. I don't think I've seen any of her movies or TV shows, but I'm sure she was a great actress and she was quite successful. Throughout the years, I've seen a lot of posts here and there, or a lot of news about a certain Korean celebrity passing away. And they're usually all related to suicide. The article that I saw today about this particular actress kinda had me feeling really quite upset. Because, man, first of all, she was so young. She was young, and I'm so sick of hearing these news about people in the known, in public, in the media, being subject to such things, to suicide and all. And it's very common in Korea, in South Korea, for this to happen among celebrities or actors or K-pop idols and such. And after finding out about this case, I was feeling very upset. I was starting to feel anger for some reason. Anger towards the so-called netizens. And I think that's a term that's given to people on the internet who comment on who throw comments about celebrities, and usually they tend to be quite negative, to the point that it can drive someone to suicide like this, because the bullying is just too much. Yeah, I was just feeling anger towards the Korean culture in general, because I know all too well, as a Korean myself, where that's coming from, why the culture is the way it is. And you know, like there's been so many figures that I've known or seen through the TV or heard through their music that oh man, where am I going with this? I didn't prepare this at all. This is very spontaneous. But yeah, I just feel like Korean culture is just way too strict and aggressive and unforgiving towards people when they do mistakes, for example. So if you look at all these celebrities who have passed away, the reason behind their passing is normally because of something that happened in their past that is deemed unacceptable by society. That, like, for example, in the case of this actress, Kim Se-ron, apparently in 2022, she had a drinking and driving case, a DUI. And of course, yes, I totally understand nobody should ever drink and drive. But I think since then, people have been throwing criticisms towards her. I don't know what kind of things people have said, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty nasty, some pretty nasty comments thrown at her. And another case, the actor, a famous actor that played in the movie Parasite. I'm sure you must have seen it. It was a hit movie coming from South Korea. And the actor Lee Sun-gyun, he had he also very unfortunately passed away, and his case was that he had possession of drug possessions, if I got my facts correct. But yeah, there's that. I know, for example, another K-pop star actually who played in the Squid Games. His name is t.o.p. His artist name is t.o.p. And he also got a lot of hate for, I think, possessing or using marijuana. Yeah. And that was like years ago, you know, but to this day, people are like, some people bring it up and try to cancel him. So what's common between all of these celebrities who passed, well, t.o.p. didn't pass, by the way, like he's still very much alive, but to all these other celebrities that passed away, there's been something in the past that is considered wrong and it should be shunned. And the general attitude of most Korean people towards these kind of things is, oh, you made a mistake, then you should be canceled. There's no way I'm going to support you. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna watch your things anymore. You should be out of the spotlight. You're a bad example for society. And this attitude, I think, is the worst type of attitude you can ever have, because first of all, that doesn't bring any good, or like it doesn't help or reinforce the person who made that mistake to be like, oh, maybe I should obviously I'm sure they know that they made a mistake and they feel terrible about it. But when someone makes a mistake, you shouldn't be attacking this person for having made the mistake. You should approach this person in a way that's more positive and more loving. I think, like, what I mean by that is, okay, I did something wrong, then, or you did something wrong, then I would like to say that, you know, what you did might not have been the best thing to do, but it's okay to make mistakes. But yeah, I wouldn't. It's a tough one. It's this type of attitude is very prevalent in Korean culture, and yeah, like the whole attitude in Korean culture of being super strict, it people are exposed to this since they're born, you know. Since they're born, they're taught to be good in school. You have to have like straight A's in school to get into the best university as possible, because that will determine your whole life. If you get into a good university, then you'll get a good job, and that's gonna guarantee success and happiness for the rest of your life. This is the way I've been brought up. And this is also the way I think is this is, yeah, the general attitude that most Korean people have, in Korea especially. So it's like, when like you're not even given the space to make mistakes, or to get a B plus in school instead of an A, to get an occasional C maybe instead of an A plus. What if that doesn't happen? If you don't get the straight A's, then you get punished. You get punished, and punishment is used for I was gonna say mistakes, but it's not even always mistakes. It's more like the expectation of what the punisher had on the punishee. So it's like, if the person getting punished doesn't give the results that the punisher wants, then that's, you know, like a punishment right away. And that reflects in all of these cases of celebrities passing away. Like, man, I'm kind of scattered all over the place with this. I'm just like whipping out the camera and just, it's very frustrating. I know exactly what it feels like to be criticized in the Korean fashion. And it can be pretty brutal. And Korea has some pretty bad bullying, and especially in schools. And also on the internet. The internet is pretty gnarly. And like nobody deserves to receive such harsh words through the internet from strangers. These people that don't even know the people that they're insulting. And it's complicated because I don't necessarily blame people who treat others badly. Especially, like, I'm talking about Koreans here. I don't blame them because I know where it comes from. Like, when you're taught your whole life, when you're taught that doing the bad thing equals punishment, then that's what you're going to do to others, because that's how you know how to deal with bad behavior. Man, this is, I don't know if this is a controversial things to talk about, but I just gotta let it out, man. I just gotta get this out of my chest. Because Korea is going through a wild, turbulent bunch of crap these days. I mean, it's been like this ever since the war, I guess, the Korean War. Like, Korea has been through a lot. Korea has been through a lot. And it's been through a lot of trauma, basically. And that gets passed down from generation to generation, and the effects are clearly being seen in our culture. Yeah, so I think what's important here is it's never a good way to approach things through punishment, through negative reinforcement. It can lead to bad consequences. Like, nothing good comes out of it. Nothing good comes out of it for the person who's receiving the punishment, and also for the person giving the punishment. There's just like negative energy all around, and it doesn't do any good. And it really breaks my heart that people have to endure this. And of course, it's not just celebrities. It goes more than that. It's beyond that. It's all, it goes to all the people, regular ass people like you and I, whose stories don't get brought to light, brought to public in the way that it does for them. Yeah, nobody deserves to be treated bad. Imagine feeling like the whole entire world is against you. I can't, I actually have a really hard time, like, yeah, I can't even imagine how terrible that must feel. But yeah, Korean society, something has to be done. Something as a collective, like we all have to like we all have to make an effort to realize where our traumas are coming from and to not dump that trauma onto other people. It's easier said than done. It's so much easier said than done, and it's really hard. But this can't go on like this. This can't go on.